All right, so the first thing that we want is our database to build all of the views with. You can do that with a / and then database, full page, title this books. Now for every book, we want a handful of properties, the first one being the title of the book. And then I want the author name, which is going to be a text field. I want the author name converted into a last name and then first name format. We're going to use a formula to do that. And then I have a select field for designating every book as either fiction or nonfiction. And then for all of the types of books within those categories, we have tags. So it's a multi-select, and then we can do the date added, or in this case in Notion, the default name for that is created time. Okay, I changed all of the names of the fields and then the icons of a couple of them, like this author one. And now we can populate this with some of our books. Cool, so that should be all that we need on the back end. I went ahead and just filled in the titles and author names of a handful of my books, and then you can designate everyone as either nonfiction or fiction, and then give some tags. This doesn't have to be perfect right away. As your library grows, it'll continue to expand. But we're now going to go over to a different page, exiting outside of the databases that we have, going into a separate page, and we're going to call this our dashboard. And our dashboard can have all kinds of different things beyond just our books, but we're going to focus on just books right now. The first thing I want to do is separate this or expand this page from this narrow width default into a full width page so that I have more room to see my book types by coming up to the menu icon and clicking full width. And now what I'm aiming for in this is a sort of a bird's eye view of all of the books that I have, categorized based on the tags that I've given them. And so like a book, for example, like Eat That Frog, if it belongs in the productivity category, I want to see it in that category so that over time, as my library gets really, really big, you can see all of these different books organized across the different categories that are of that matter to you. Okay, so to do that, the first thing that I want to do is create two different columns. You noticed in that little preview that there was a category listed here and then a category listed on the right side. You can, inside Notion, using this sort of master tool selector of the / you can do a lot of different things in here, including 2 columns or 3 columns. You can actually do more than that too, but we only need 2 for now as we're just getting started building this. You can do then a hashtag or #, depending on how old you are, and space to create a heading to make it like a bigger, bolder title, and then give the titles of the different categories of tags that you're going to use for your books. Once I've done that on that side, I can do the same thing over on the second column on the right. And now, because I have 2 different columns here, I want to make sure to click underneath it before I try to create the 2 columns underneath so that they're level and not one isn't like elevated against the other one. So the way I do that is make sure I'm clicking all the way to the bottom and then type in 3 dashes in a row, and that'll create a dashed line all the way across the page. And then we can do the same thing that we did up above, where we select 2 columns first and then give 2 different titles for the remaining categories that we have. Cool. Now to see our books, to start listing our books like I have here in this preview, what we want is a list view. And we're going to customize the list view once we have it made. But to do a list view, again, as with everything else in Notion, creating a new tool, we're going to use that / and search for list view. And we're going to select the books database that we created earlier. By default, it's going to show all of the records inside of that database. But now to make the categorization view that we've made here, this bird's eye idea, meaningful, we want to filter this view to only show those books that have the tag nutrition and wellness in this little corner of the page. So the way to do that is create a filter. I'm going to go to advanced filter because this enables you to create multiple filters as you might do that down the road, and change the category that we're filtering by to tags. The tags that we want to contain, what we want the tags field to be or to do is contain the nutrition and wellness option. And just like that, out of all of the records inside of the database that we're referencing, the only ones that are going to show are those that are related or those that are categorized as nutrition and wellness. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is get rid of this little title. I don't like that showing there, so I'm going to hide it. And then I also, these little page icons, I don't like that. So we can get rid of that up here in the customization options in layout. Show page icon, uncheck that. And then one more thing, and that is I don't want to just see the title. I also want to see the name of the author. And so we can come up to property visibility. This enables us to show different properties. All of them are up for as optional. You can choose whatever ones you want to see. I don't want the author name, but the author last name, first name formula, which we haven't configured yet, actually. I didn't configure this last name, first name formula on screen, but I'll put it in the description. This formula, it's pretty complicated. But if you just copy and paste this into your author last name, first name field as your formula, this will enable these little tricky case scenarios where you have, for example, a middle name. You want that to be considered part of the first name, like this in Jack D. Schwager. Or if you have a title of someone's expertise, like Mark Hyman, MD, that will also be, it won't affect the Hyman name being used as the last name, so that there's no confusion. You can order things, you can order your books by last name. So I'll be sure to put that into the description. For now, let's move on to these other categories. We have made one of our list views and we've cleaned it up to be formatted the way that we like. We've simplified it and included some of the information that we want to see. And now I want essentially this exact same list view with all of the same configuration. Actually, let's do one more thing, and that is sort by last name. Last name ascending, so we have Bittman and then Hyman. Okay, and now that we've got it all configured correctly, we could do the same thing and create a new list view and go through all the different hoops that we just went through, but we've done it once, and so instead it would be a lot faster and easier to just simply duplicate this view and then adjust it to show productivity books instead of nutrition and wellness. So we can do that by clicking the 6 dots over here on the left to select the whole list, the list view, and then clicking and holding Control D to duplicate. Or you can also, there's an option somewhere in here, duplicate. And then you can take this and drag it over here underneath productivity. Make sure to get the topmost blue line like that, not under here, or else it'll make it look all funky. So right underneath productivity. And then the only thing we have to do to update this is inside our filter view, which is already there, already configured. Now my tags, I don't want to contain nutrition and wellness, but instead, of course, productivity. Awesome. So we just do the exact same thing a couple more times. And we've already got a pretty nice sort of bird's eye holistic view of our entire library. And as it grows, we can continue to add to this, even adding more columns and of course more categories, etc. So now one more thing that I'd like to show you before showing you a later version of this whole project. As your library continues to grow larger and larger, I'll show you a later version that I have with my own library with probably hundreds of books. We're going to come down here and create another dash line so that we can create a whole new section. We don't want to separate this one into 2 different columns. We're just going to have it be one column. I'm going to give it another title and call it untagged. And now I can do the same thing that we did earlier where we duplicate a view and drag it down here. But now, of course, I don't want to see tagged books. I don't want the tag to be associated with any particular tag at all. Instead, I want to change this doing piece of the filter from contains to is empty. And that way, the books that have tags will not show here, because instead they're going to be showing up in one of our buckets up here that we've created. But instead, those ones that don't have tags will be showing here. And so that we can see all of our books all in one place, all in this one page, but they're nicely separated and categorized according to their status in terms of having been categorized into our library. All right, so check this out. As your library continues to grow, I'll show you what mine currently looks like right now. This is, as it stands, my book bank. And as I get more and more books, I like to own my books. I've tried like the whole library thing and like Kindle, and there's different options out there, but I like to own my own physical books inside my own physical library. And so that's what this is all the books that I own, or there's a handful. If you see here, these ones that are highlighted in yellow, those are the ones that I've like put on sort of a wish list. And so they exist not inside my library, but they're still listed in here and they're visible because they're on a wish list and they're underneath this category in this case. So they're all in the same category, but they're not ones that I own yet. So that's why they're highlighted like that. I've got 3 different columns. It's organized, as you can tell, by last name. So last name in ascending order. And as you go on, essentially what happens is you start adding more categories and you can see some different things happening. One of the things that I've noticed, for example, is a book might belong in more than one category. So for example, Bank on Yourself by Pamela Yellen is both a personal finance book and a life insurance book, because it's about whole life insurance, which is of course a life insurance topic, which is a very particular subtopic within personal finance, but it's also a personal finance book because it's about improving your own personal finances. And then down here, I've got this sort of emerging workflow where I have that same category or the same section of this page of untagged, where these are all the books that I haven't given categories yet, mostly just because I haven't put in the time to do it. It's going to take a while because I have so many. Again, there's probably hundreds and hundreds of books in here. But the nice thing is, as you go on and you start to categorize them, you get this emerging picture of a bird's eye view of what your entire library looks like. And it's malleable. Unlike a physical version, any kind of physical version of this that you would try to create, like if I try to create piles of books based on personal finance and personal development and personal branding, if I try to do that physically, I would run into several issues. First of all, I would only be able to put one book. I would only be able to put every book in one category. I couldn't have them exist in 2 different places at once. Another thing is I wouldn't be able to see nearly as easily the books ordered like this, what books were in there, and quickly be able to read through all of the ones that are listed. I wouldn't be able to order them as easily as I have here. But probably most importantly is I wouldn't have any ability to instantly change the way that I'm organizing my bird's eye view of my library. This is all digital that we're looking at right now. And so if I wanted to merge life insurance, for example, into personal finance, and because I just decided, life insurance is just bundled into personal finance, it's just a personal finance topic, I don't need to get more granular than that, I can just get rid of the life insurance tag, and all of these tags, I would just re-tag them, make sure that they're tagged instead with personal finance only. And then when I delete the life insurance tag, I can go delete this category too. And that would simplify this bird's eye view. And that would be possible because it's Notion, it's software, versus trying to do that physically, it would be impossible.